Retire abroad after 60? Don't make these 4 mistakes. If you're 60 or older and thinking about retiring abroad, there's a clock running that most people don't know about. It's not your age, it's not your savings. It's a set of deadlines on your health insurance, your visa, and your taxes. And if you miss them, you don't just pay more. In some countries, you get completely locked out.
I've been digging through the actual visa rules, insurance contracts, and tax code that apply to Americans retiring abroad after 60. And 4 mistakes show up again and again. Mistakes that are easy to make and expensive, sometimes permanent to undo. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what they are and what to do instead. Let's get into it.
I want to be clear about something before we start. This isn't a don't do it video. Retiring abroad after 60 works for a lot of people. It's often how they make a fixed income stretch further and get a better quality of life than they'd have at home. But the retirees who regret it rarely regret the move itself. They regret the paperwork they didn't do first. Let's go through it, one mistake at a time. Mistake number 1, assuming Medicare follows you. Here's the one that catches people off guard the most. Medicare does not work outside the United States. Not mostly doesn't. Not covers emergencies. It doesn't work, full stop, with only a couple of narrow exceptions, like a ship close to US waters or a hospital near the Canadian border that happens to be the closest one. If you're living in Lisbon, Mexico City, or Chiang Mai, your Medicare card is just a piece of plastic. That includes Part A, your hospital coverage. It includes Part B, doctor visits. It includes Part D, your prescription drug plan, 0 coverage overseas. And if you're on a Medicare Advantage plan, most of those will actually cancel your enrollment automatically after 6 months outside the country. So what does that mean in real numbers? A hospital stay in Europe for something serious can run $10,000 to $50,000 out of pocket. That's a rough range, and it depends heavily on the country and the procedure. But even at the low end, that's not a bill most retirees want to absorb themselves. And if something happens that requires medical evacuation back to the US, that alone can cost $25,000 to $250,000. The fix isn't complicated, but it does cost money. International health insurance, purchased before you move, that actually covers you in your destination country. Many retirees pair that with the local public healthcare system once they qualify for residency. Countries like Portugal, Mexico, and Panama all have public systems that legal residents can eventually access, often at a fraction of US costs. The mistake isn't skipping insurance because you're careless. It's assuming Medicare has your back and finding out otherwise after something's already gone wrong. And to be clear on cost, international health insurance for a retiree isn't cheap, but it's not out of reach either. For someone around 65, a solid comprehensive plan generally runs somewhere in the $300 to $700 a month range, depending on the country you're covered in and how comprehensive the plan is. A bare bones plan can come in lower. A low deductible plan with US coverage included can run closer to $700 to $950. That's a real monthly line item to budget for, not an afterthought. Mistake number 2, waiting too long to buy private insurance. This is the one that's specifically brutal if you're over 60, so pay attention here. A lot of private health insurers, especially in Latin America, have age cutoffs for new policies. Many won't sell you a brand new policy if you're over 60, and some cut it off at 65. If you already have a policy before that age, you can often keep renewing it. But if you wait until you're 63 and then start shopping for a new plan in, say, Ecuador or Costa Rica, you may find the door is simply closed to you. I want to flag something here. The exact cutoff age varies insurer by insurer and country by country. Some are 60, some are 65, some don't have a hard cutoff at all. Don't take a single number as gospel. Before you commit to a country, get a quote from at least 2 or 3 insurers who operate there and ask point blank, what's your age cutoff for a new applicant, and what happens to my premium as I get older? This is why the after 60 window matters so much. The retirees who get burned aren't the ones who move at 62. They're the ones who plan to move at 68 or 70, put off buying insurance because they're still healthy, and then discover the market has aged them out before they ever got there.
If retiring abroad is even a possibility for you in the next 5 to 10 years, this is the one mistake where waiting is the actual risk, not the move itself. Mistake number 3. Thinking US taxes end when you leave the country. This one surprises almost everyone, and it's worth saying plainly. The United States taxes you based on citizenship, not on where you live. Moving to Portugal doesn't end your relationship with the IRS. It just adds a second one with your new country. So here's what actually happens. You still file a US tax return every year, no matter where you live or how long you've been gone. You may also owe tax to your new country of residence, depending on its rules and any tax treaty it has with the US. And if your combined foreign bank and investment accounts cross $10,000 at any point in the year, you have separate reporting requirements, FBAR and often FACTA, that exist purely because you have money overseas, whether or not you owe any additional tax on it. Some tools reduce double taxation, but here's a detail that trips up a lot of retirees specifically. The foreign earned income exclusion, the one tool most people have heard of, doesn't actually help you. It only applies to earned income, wages, salary, self-employment income. Pensions, Social Security, and investment income are all considered unearned, so the FEIE doesn't touch them. For most retirees, the tool that actually matters is the foreign tax credit, which offsets US tax with tax you've already paid to your new country. Neither one is automatic. You still have to file to claim it. I'm not going to pretend to be your tax advisor here, and you shouldn't take this as personalized tax advice. Everyone's situation is different, especially once pensions, Social Security, and foreign income mix together. What I will say is this: talk to a tax professional who specifically handles US expats before you move, not after. The number one mistake isn't owing more tax. It's assuming your tax situation stays the same and finding out in April that it didn't. Mistake number 4, underestimating the real income requirement for residency. The last mistake is misjudging what it actually takes, on paper, to qualify to live somewhere long-term. Every country has a number, and if your income doesn't clear it, the visa doesn't happen, no matter how much you love the place. Let's look at 3 real examples, because vague numbers won't help you plan. Portugal's D7 visa, the one most retirees use, requires proof of at least 920 euros a month in passive income as of 2026. That's pension income, rental income, or similar, which works out to about 11,040 euros a year. If you're bringing a spouse, add 50% more. Each dependent child adds another 30%. On top of the monthly figure, Portugal generally expects you to show roughly 12 months of that income already sitting in a Portuguese bank account. Panama's pensionado visa is built around a simpler number, a lifetime pension of at least $1,000 a month, guaranteed for life. US Social Security counts. If you buy property in Panama worth $100,000 or more, that monthly requirement drops to $750. Add a dependent, add $250 a month. Mexico is the one that trips people up the most, because the number is higher than most expect. For temporary residency, several consulates are asking for proof of roughly $4,300 to $4,500 a month in income over the past 6 months, or if your income doesn't hit that.
Hi, I am Reina, your friendly Voxu actor speaker. Your requested speech was not generated due to internal issue. Please try again, possibly with some different prompts. If the issue persists, please contact us with the exact prompt you used so we can pinpoint the problem. Thank you for your patience.
These figures shift because Mexico ties them to a government index that updates annually, so treat this as a 2026 snapshot, not a permanent number. Verify the current figure with the consulate handling your application before you plan around it. Notice how different these 3 are. Panama's bar is low if you have any decent pension. Mexico's is genuinely high. Portugal sits in between, but adds a savings requirement most people don't budget for. The mistake is picking a country because you love the beaches or the food, and only checking the income requirement after you've already gotten emotionally attached to the idea. Flip that order. Check the number first. So to recap, Medicare doesn't travel with you. Private insurance can age you out if you wait. US taxes follow you no matter where you land.
And every country has a hard income line you need to clear before you can even move. None of these are reasons not to retire abroad. Every one of them is solvable if you deal with it early. The retirees who have a smooth move are the ones who buy insurance before the age cutoff hits, talk to an expat tax professional before they pack a single box, and pick a country based on the income requirement they can actually meet, not the one they wish they could meet.
If you're serious about this, here's your one action item. Before you research a single neighborhood or apartment listing, get 2 things confirmed: an insurance quote with the age cutoff spelled out, and the exact current income requirement for the visa you'd need. Everything else can wait. Those 2 can't.
If this helped, subscribe and tell me in the comments, which country are you actually considering? I'll dig into the specifics for a future video.